Okay, so I'm 10 or 11 days out from the hybrid event. That is once again powerlifting total. I've got bench, target is 300 pounds, 400 pound squat, 500 pound deadlift, and 1 mile run, running sub 6. It has been extremely touch and go, and the level of confidence I feel on whether or not I'm actually going to be able to achieve this right now is heavily dictated by the amount of anti-inflammatories in my system. But overall right now, my Achilles are feeling okay and I'm feeling pretty good. Today's supposed to be kind of a bit of a full body active recovery day, some light tissue perfusion, nothing overly heavy because it's some heavy-ish deadlifts yesterday. So basically I'm just going to do some Zercher walking lunges, I'm going to do some slams, I'm going to do some tie flips, a few other bits, and then see where the session takes us. Let's go. One of the things I've noticed over the last few weeks, since I've been doing the training that I've been doing, mainly because my lower back's been so flipping aggravated, is I've just done hardly any power work, hardly anything that feels particularly explosive. Obviously when I can, I'm doing heavy stuff, kind of prepping for the powerlifting lifts, but I just feel slow. Actually, I just don't feel particularly elastic or dynamic. So just launching some medicine balls around when my lower back can kind of handle it, and it has got better over the last week actually. When my lower back's good and my Achilles are good, I just want to do some stuff that feels snappy. And even if you think of running a mile, running is still just a sequence of really short consecutive jumps, so you do have to be fairly elastic in it, and I think training that component of it's good. I've been thinking a lot recently about like how much my training suffers when I don't really feel as though it is in service of anything. And other people, I don't think, I'm not really prescribing this to anyone. I'm not really prescribing keeping yourself accountable to everyone, because I think that different people respond very differently to this. But for me, if I have more than about 2 months of not really having anything in the diary that I'm training for, I can just tell I'm just kind of tuning into my body and tuning into my own mind, and I just can't quite access that level of intensity that I do when I know that I've got something coming up. And that's why I think that having something within the next 12 weeks, whatever the hell it is, I don't think it needs to be in a particular direction, obviously something that you're playing around with or enjoying in that moment or during that window of time. But even if it's, you've got a 5K, or again, this little hybrid event thing, it's not a competition, it's just me and my friend Johnny have just put this idea together. But just having something in the diary for me just gives me an extra few percent, because when the going gets tough and shit gets hard in a session, there's an extra kind of 1 or 2% that I can just tap into when I know that I've got something coming up, and I don't really want to kind of embarrass myself with it. So with that being said, round 2, let's go. I think another aspect of that is just having some level of friendly competition. Again, if I was like setting myself a 5K, I don't know, or a 1 mile run kind of time limit on my own, even if I had a deadline to it, even if I announced it to other people, I think if I was the only one partaking in that event, I'm just not sure that it would have the same weight in my head. So again, this is just about self-awareness, right? I believe now that I know myself well enough to know a couple of the variables that I can put in place and a couple of the kind of the guardrails that I can implement to make sure that I stay training hard. And effectively, that's my goal. What can I do? What measures do I need to take to make sure that my level of intensity of execution when I'm in a session is as high as possible? And for me, I know that friendly competition is one of those things, which is why I'm glad I'm doing this with literally one other guy. If I just turned up to a gym on my own, even if I had people come to support me, I just don't think it would have the same bloody effect. So that's really, really helped me. So the next round of this little kind of active recovery session, just gonna do some kettlebell thrusters. I'm gonna do about 15 of those, and then I'm gonna do a couple of muscle ups. So you've got legs and push in the form of those, and core is obviously kind of used throughout, and a pull movement in the form of the muscle ups. Probably 3-ish rounds, back to back. Let's get pumpy, pumpy. Leading me higher. final part of this tissue perfusion session. We're going to do some running work, obviously, as that is part of the hybrid event. There's 2 transitions that need to take place. 1, change of shoes, obviously, and 2, cap has to go backwards. It's running. Don't blame me, guys, it's the rules. Okay, so 3 rounds of 800 meters. Again, this isn't really kind of a workout. I love that I'm caveating my poor performance already, but basically 3 rounds of 800 meters at roughly kind of like 315, 320 per K pace. And on the treadmill like this, on the curve runner, you can go a little bit quicker. So that should be okay, but I'm gonna try and make sure that I only rest about 2 minutes between. 3 half-milers, let's get it done. And clock is on, timing 2 minutes. That was about 3:09 pace. That was a bit stupid. So went out way too quick then, but it feels okay. Achilles is still a little bit squeaky, but there'll be far more painkillers in my system on the day than there are right now. Keep mobile, try to bring that heart rate back down. Big deep breaths in between sets. Keep the legs nice and loose. And don't forget, got 2 rounds left. And a change of scenery for round tres. So just because you can obviously control your pace a little bit better, it's a different movement pattern to A, when it's self-generated, because there's a slight curve and you're going uphill, which obviously has its benefits. Because I'm getting ready to run on a track, I just want to think, I don't know, maybe I'm over-analysing it. If you're a runner, and I am, please comment down below and help me. But I just kind of want to run on the flat as much as possible and kind of settle into a particular cadence and pace, knowing that that's the same pace, so I can kind of tune into what it feels like to be running steadily. Because again, kind of post-surgery, a few years of really bad ankle and Achilles and back pain. The last few weeks have been the first time that I've run in a while. So 800 meters on this, let's get it done. Third rep done, which means the run's done, which means the cap is facing the right way again, so all is right in the world. That third rep was so much better, man, flat on a treadmill. Obviously it is different, the mechanics are different, you're not having to claw back at the ground as much, but there's just something about the fact that it's completely flat. I feel every time I kind of run on the curve thing and then I move on to flat ground, I'm lifting my knees up too high, and it's kind of a waste of energy really for anything over about 400 meters. So the hybrid event, 10 days time, April 17th in Newcastle, back in the UK. I'm excited for it, man, I really am. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be good to have something in the diary. And then after that, I have a triple world record attempt in August that I'll be walking you guys through then. But for now, if you did enjoy this video, please do smash that like button. Any comments on my running form, all are flipping welcome, man. Put it down in the comment section below if you haven't yet done so. Make sure you subscribe. And as always, legendary humans, stay strong, stay healthy, stay awesome. And I'll see you all in the next video.